A little birdie told me that y'all want books with feminine rage that are also diverse, BIPOC, and have LGBT characters. My first book recommendation is Blood and Brujas. If there was one witch I would let step on me and destroy me, it would be Daya, because she is that girl. This book opens up with a battle scene, and everybody, including the main character, are knocked out and they have been given over by the main character's mother to the oppressor. So now Daya, being the witch, like the leader of her country, has to try to figure out how to coexist with her oppressor in order to keep her country and her witches alive. It's also White Shoes, and there's three people involved in the White Shoes, and one of them is a girl. The next rec that I have for you is Iron Widow. Think of this like polyamory, but with Power Rangers. The main character does a lot of wrong things, and I support all her wrong things and her rights to do all the wrong things. My next rec is Trial of the Sun Queen, and the very first line is, "That bitch took my soap." And the main character has that energy throughout the whole series. So think of like The Bachelor, but with the Hunger Games mixed in with it. But it also feels like a Disney retelling, but I'm gonna just leave it there. The next one is The Final Strife. These two girls that were switched at birth, and one lives on the top of the pyramid of power and one lives on the bottom of the pyramid of power, but they both have to dismantle this government in order to stop the government's oppression of the people. This one, the storytelling was really interesting, and it is slow burn, but when I got to them last like 300 pages, it was nonstop. Rising. Imagine that a next world war were to happen and it included nuclear weapons, and the radiation from these weapons ended up turning half the population into basically superheroes and the other half of the population into zombies. And think of the main character as the silent but deadly, but never keep your eyes off of her, because the moment you do and the moment that you think you're safe, bitch, you fucked up. This bitch gonna take your ass motherfucking down. Down. The Ballad of Jacote de la Haye. If you love a petty main character who has Sagittarius energy and that will get revenge however they see fit, and they will do anything possible to get what they need by any means, then you'll love this book. And if you like sapphic representation, if you want disability representation in your book, you'll love this book as well. This is a pirate story from the beginning of a pirate's life to like basically the end of their life. And I'm not spoiling the ending by saying that. It's just you get to see their entire life, Jacote Delahaye's entire life, and she lives a long and lengthy life, and you see what she will do in order to survive and for the things that she wants. And you know what? I approve of every single one of them, and I love her. And she is literally an icon, and I think about her nonstop whenever I feel like being petty. My last one, this one's really popular. That's why I kept it for last. I feel like a lot of people have read this, but if you do like books with war colleges in them, The Poppy War would be a good book. I would check out the trigger warnings. This one can be a lot. The ending is a lot for this one. And when I mean a war college book, the first half of the book is a war college book where everybody is learning about war and war tactics. And the second half of the book is war. And if you felt like you were going crazy with everybody's decisions the past week, I don't know what happened the past week, and you're trying to make sense of it and it just doesn't make sense, I think this is a good book to read. I feel like I'm still in the classroom scene from this book. Book talks a lot about the ethics and morals that people can lose during wartime. And I really love this book more after I finished it because once I finished it, I rated this a 4 out of 5. And once I finished it, and like after a few months, this is a 5 out of 5 because to this day, I still think about this book. This book haunts me. Like whenever I'm just randomly just looking out a window or something, I'll think about this book. Or whenever I see a headline in the news, like R.F. Kuang has really good books that will stick with you and they are stuck in your brain. Like they make you think about the world around you, and every time you see some news article, their books are in your motherfucking head.